So as you can see, speed is pretty broken right now. The Yamato reworks, along with the speed buffs and also the new moves, has made it probably the best skill tree in the game right now. We're currently pairing it up with water, and we're just running 60 speed 5 Kendo. For your skill boxes, I recommend you run Black Claw because it's a really easy combo extend. It also steals more Ray, which alongside with water, they'll basically have no Ray while they're fighting you. The second skill box you're going to want to run is Earth Shatter, which is one of the neutral SBs, and I think it's pretty good because it combo extends as well, and it's pretty hard to parry. Sometimes when you do parry it ends up going through anyways, and it also does a lot of damage. If you don't like this, you can just run like Flash Fang, which still does 40 damage, pretty broken. Oh yeah, and I also highly recommend you run Unseen Blade because it recently got buffed to do not only more damage, it has a lower CD, and it also guard breaks in Visored and Lets, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but it usually does high posture or guard breaks them. Sometimes I'm able to block it. I don't know if that's just a bug or something, but it'll usually guard break. It's free combo extend. It goes into Fast Fang or whatever move you want. You could do like Unseen into Black Claw, Unseen into like Earth Shatter. It's a lot of combos. None of them are true, but they force a parry check. If you're in Visored, it's a lot more of the time true because it goes further and it's a lot faster with Fast Fang at least. So yeah, you can do that. Anyways, you're probably wondering what I did in the intro, which was the Yamato Tech. If you didn't know, the crit has a little dash, but you can also extend it if you do the crit and then jump. So it'll go like twice as far, and it's very unreactable, and you can like trick a lot of people because they don't expect to go that far. And it's probably the best Yamato crit because it has a huge AoE with the slashes, and also it goes the furthest with the jump tech. So yeah, look at that. Kind of crazy. Anyways, for why we're using water, if you looked at that clip in the intro really closely, you'll see he had actually no Ray at all, and that's because water has a passive that makes it steal Ray and give it to you. So not only do you have increased Ray regen, so you can spam more moves, especially on speed, because it has pretty high Ray costs, I think, in my opinion, at least compared to Kendo. You can't really spam your moves, but with water, it's a little more forgiving. You're able to spam out your moves and do a couple more combos, and they also have no Ray, so they can't really fight back. Anyways, let's go over some water combos. If you didn't know, water is really good for speed, and there's a reason why it's been like sleeper meta for a long time now, even more so now with the speed buffs. But some easy combos you can do is the C move has pretty long range, so you can snipe with it, and depending on how close they are, you can go for the C into Unseen Blade, and that's usually true. And if they're a little further outside of like your range, like you do see here, you're probably not going to be able to get Unseen there in time to do it true, but if they are, they'll be stunned far enough that they'll be out and they'll be able to parry check, and if they mess up the parry check and end up getting guard broken by Unseen, it's a free combo extend. So yeah, that's a pretty crazy combo. But yeah, C is a really good move for poking. It's got long range, fast startup, and it's almost unreactable, so just throw it out whenever, honestly, and you'll probably do fine. The X move is really good because it combos into a lot of moves. You can do X into Fast Fang, X into Black Claw, X into Earth Shatter, and my favorite is X into Jumping Crit. It's kind of funny. But yeah, a really high damage combo you can do is if you're up close, do the X move into Floating Strikes. This isn't true, but it does look like it's true because they're ragdolled on the floor. So just go for that and then like Black Claw immediately after, or just whatever. You can do an Earth Shatter as well to combo extend off the Floating Strikes. Z move is pretty decent, although it's 360 blockable, it's almost unreactable and it goes really far. So you can combo extend off this, you can do X into Z, or you can just do C into Z. There's just a lot of stuff you can do. Just do whatever. Also know that when you hold down Z, it goes further, and if you tap Z, it'll go slightly less distance and a little slower. So that's it's an alright mix-up. I recommend you just hold it down so it goes as fast as possible and it goes as far as possible. But yeah. Lastly, let's go over some of the new speed moves and the new passives that they have. Blooming Cut now has a passive where if you hit a high SP move, which is above 40, like Waterfall Dance, Swift Slashes, Skyscraper, or Time Cut, you'll be able to do a variant of Blooming Cut that goes behind them. It's really fast, it's unreactable almost, and it's not blockable because you teleport behind them. So yeah, most people won't parry it, use it as a free combo extend, but just know once you hit the above 40 SP move, like a Waterfall Dance, you only have around a second to use the Blooming Cut. So you can use it as a combo extend, you can do like an M1 or a crit beforehand, or like a move, but just know you got to do Blooming Cut immediately or else you're going to have the slower variant which teleports in front of them instead of behind block. And the other move with a variant or passive is Swift Slashes. Once you land a landed aerial move, which is Skyscraper or Floating Strikes, you're able to quickly follow up with Swift Slashes. This one is not as much time you're able to do between the moves, so usually you just want to do Skyscraper Swift Slashes or Floating Strikes Swift Slashes immediately. What's nice about this move is it teleports to them almost instantly rather than doing the slash in front of you, and it does high posture, so it does like, I think, almost 4 bars, maybe more, but most of the time it does guard break depending on how much posture they had beforehand. So if you land that Swift Slashes and it guard breaks them, it's a free combo extend, and worst case they parry it and then you just do another move. So the common combo you want to do on this build is like X into Skyscraper to set up for the combo, or you can just do Skyscraper on its own. But once you land Skyscraper, you'll have the Swift Slashes proc, you do that, and the Swift Slashes proc allows you to use your Blooming Cut proc, so you can do Swift Slashes and Blooming Cut immediately after, and it's a really funny combo, so yeah. Anyways, I'm not gonna yap any longer. I mean, I think that's probably enough combos for you guys to get the idea. This build is amazing, it's got a lot of combo potential, and because you're on water, you can spam more moves, so go have fun, go experiment, try new combos. Really, you'll probably win because the speed is so broken right now.